Hi, I'm Susie Comer. I'm the Rector of St. Mark's Episcopal Church in Richmond, Texas. And this is the Rector's update for Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. This week we're in Advent, and Advent is about anticipation and waiting on the Lord. It's about trusting, anticipating, and leaning into the promises of God. But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. From Isaiah. So this is the first week of Advent, and it is not too late to create a space at home to observe Advent, whether on your own or with family. One of the things you can do if you're especially busy this time of year is go to, just Google this, #AdventWord, all one thing, and you'll find this, and it's developed by the Build Faith Project of Virginia Theological Seminary. You can take a picture of all the words they have. They've developed a different word for each day of Advent, and just take a picture of all the words for Advent in one snap, and you have a different word for each day to meditate upon, to ponder over. Some people are posting a photo each day on social media with that word to describe it, to go a little bit deeper during this season. December 1st word was strengthen, and December 2nd's word is earth, both of which have a lot of depth and meaning. You can also use the Living Compass Advent meditations that we gave out in our church services. They have wonderful meditations for each day. Wednesday, December 2nd is an instrument of hope. And it begins with, Lord, make us instruments of your peace. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is discord, union. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. And then a meditation is written upon that. And at the end, there's a little section on how to make it personal, how to connect it to your life. So I very much recommend these daily meditations throughout Advent. The other thing you can do, and it's not too late, even though the first Sunday of Advent has passed, is to collect 4 candles. And here you will see, I'll lower the camera so you can see that I have 4 candles, and they're not all exactly purple. You'll see they were all obviously old Advent, used in old Advent wreaths from the past. But collect 4 candles and figure out a way to put them together. Perhaps try to have a white candle in the middle. Purple is a color of penitence, of passion, of royalty. It has become a tradition not simply to have 4 purple candles, but to also have a lighter candle, a lighter pink candle, to remind us that this is not a fully penitential season like Lent. And it's often called the candle of joy, of lightness in the midst of this time of preparation. And then finally in the middle is the candle that we light on Christmas Day. And what I love about this tradition of the Advent candles is you start with 1, and for a whole week you burn only 1 candle, and it gets shorter and shorter. Then the next week 2, then 3, then 4, and they are all, each one they graduate in height until the last one left is the final candle that you light on Christmas Day, on the day of Christ's birth. So, let us light our first candle today. And I recommend you could light it before dinner each evening and have your evening prayer before dinner with a candle. Keep it lit throughout dinner if you like. But, you can watch a candle burn and see how the wick carries the flame. And there's always a gap at the bottom of the flame, right above where the molten wax starts to pool. And this candle will get shorter. But as you stare at that flame and pay attention to all the little details of the flame, life slows down a little bit. And then you can actually, to make it even more meaningful, turn off the lights. And then there you are with this one flame and this quiet time that you've created for yourself in the middle of Advent to wait for the coming of Jesus and to hope for the joy that will come when he arrives. And we can think about how the whole world is yearning for such joy, the light of Christ. I also want you to know that on the 13th of December, we're going to do something together at church to deepen our faith in the middle of Advent. It will be at the formation hour at 9 a.m. Under the front portico. We're going to draw a temporary labyrinth. And there it will be, made out of chalk. And it will only last for a few days as it gets worn away. And you'll have a chance perhaps before the 10 o'clock service or after the 10 o'clock service or on the next 2 or 3 days after that to come and walk that labyrinth. And the thing about a labyrinth is a lot like watching a burning candle. You have to slow down and focus. Where you put your feet matters. You turn and you turn, and each time you turn, you get closer to the center, but only in a roundabout way. It is a way to focus with your body and quiet yourself internally and open yourself to that yearning, that waiting for Jesus that Advent is about. So I look forward to seeing you on December 12th when we have our temporary labyrinth drawn on the front portico. See you then.